And welcome to the STB Racing League Season 24 World Championship. We're here for Tier 2. Here at the Silverstone Circuit, I am back with Matt for round 7 of this highly contested championship between Toby and Danny so far. Matt, welcome to Britain. It is raining, although the track is drying out. What can we expect from the British Grand Prix?
Spins. It's going to be DRS is going to be important to this race. It's always been around Britain. It's all about keeping that DRS train. If you haven't got the pace, then you're going to really are going to struggle. Especially it tends to be quite close around Britain. But yeah, it's also it's just keeping your car in check. It's a track where you want some low downforce, but you need to keep some downforce for these high speed corners. So it's going to be it's always difficult to find a right setup around here.
Yeah, also the rain as well and the changeable conditions. That's also going to play a role into the Grand Prix. But it looks like Side Effects has gone to a set of intermediates. He's come out on the track. Some drops. So we're going to see Matt, who comes out on what. So Kayla's on intermediates.
Yeah, I think people are learning from China.
Yeah, I think most people are on inters, apart from KO. KO's on the slicks.
Oh, okay. I'm on the best tyres, that's right. Yep, he is on the slicks. Still looks very wet. He's got to, he's got to wait for that minute time to get down as low as possible before he crosses that line. He wants to be crossing that line with 5 seconds to go.
How long's there left now?
It just ticked over a minute, I think, before the yellow flags came out.
Well, KO's in the final sector, so I don't know what's going on here. I think he's trying to
KO's going to keep going slow. He's going to try and wait for this track to dry out as quickly as possible. So, it's Vassetti right behind him.
I don't think KO's going to get pole position, but we'll see. Matt, obviously, this is the best conditions of the session so far. We could see some potentially very good lap times here on the intermediates, but we are go, Matt. KO starting his lap. So let's see what he can do in that first sector.
Yeah, hasn't even said lap time yet, has he?
Is it going to be enough, or is he going to be dead last on the grid? Because Side Effects will also set a lap as well. But it looks like he's got some decent grip around turn 1, Matt.
He had to lift off a little bit through turn 2 there. It doesn't look very comfortable for him at the moment. He's using the rear. Yeah, I don't think it's quite there yet. Maybe maybe another 30 seconds or so. It might have needed just a bit extra drying out. Use darkening as an example to go through here. Just looks a little more controlled. Maybe not much faster, but it just looks a little bit more controlled.
Yeah, KO's down on everyone. KO's down on everyone in the first sector. Everyone was setting 29s and KO was setting the 30 there, so yeah, he's definitely down. Artem Folov back in the league. Back in the league, Matt. And Artem Folov has set the pole position at the moment. Toby and Danny have been able to set laps. Anton's attempt up on his time. Dilemma goes P1 there.
KO's had a motor in loss. He's gone massive oversteer out Cops. And he's got away with it, but he's going to try and keep going on. It doesn't look like a great slap from him.
Side Effects is coming through as well. Watch out for him. He did well in Monaco qualifying. I think he qualified like, was it like 6th or something? He qualified quite high up. We'll see what he can master.
Oh, when the car is drifting again, it just still isn't quite there for him.
Apparently a purple sector 2 for Side Effects.
Oh, Kaio's just, he's bottled that fire veil chicane. Still no grip, even the last sector, so Inters is definitely the way to go. Yeah, he's absolutely nowhere.
Well, there you go then. 138, doing tier 3. Let's see what Side Effects is going to be.
Control. 6th place, just gets ahead of Darkin, who's ahead of him.
And Anton and Arenas, look at that. Arenas.
Like I said, the track conditions are improving.
Will get pole position, Matt, at the British Grand Prix.
Yep, track conditions have been improving. Even though it's not quite slicks, the intermediates are still getting faster. Danny improved by 1.5 seconds. It's half a second split. The top, so yeah. Saying that, there's what, 4 or 5 drivers all within the 10th of each other? From P3 to P7?
That is mental. That is mental.
If King just got improved by a 10th, they'd be P3.
That's mad. That is actually mad.
It is ridiculous. Actually got Danny and King actually on identical lap times.
Danny and who?
King.
I thought you said Kink then. Bloody hell. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, decent qualifying there, Matt. You will have to do a bit more talking tonight because I find it hard to talk a little bit with this. Need to get some more gel on it later. But I'll try my best. We'll obviously still have some big crash, massive crash action. Touch wood. So there you go. P1 is, for the first time in STB, QTK Arenas. That's how you say it, by the way, Matt, in Spanish, Arenas. Second is Anton. Third is Dilemma. Fourth is Artem on his return to the league. Great of 12 minutes. He's not Belgian, he's actually Russian. Third is K-Rat. Sixth is DJ Danny. Seventh is This is the King 93. Eighth is Side Effects, good effort at the end. Ninth, Darkin. 10th, Callum. 11th, Toby. 12th, for Seti. And 13th, our beautiful Brazilian KO, who really fucked up Matt that qualifying. So he'll hope to get some redemption in the race.
Because the thing is, he didn't have a banker either, so when he did set the soft lap, that was his lap time. So if he had a 70 minutes lap, yeah, he might have still been up there, but it might be still gone better than P13. So it's going to be all about whether he can climb up that grid. Like I say, we've had a wet qualifying, so people will have plenty of soft tyres available to them for this race in case there's any safety cars. We saw the softs yesterday. It seemed the softs were holding off better than I thought they would. Whether it was just the drivers above were just able to keep care of them a bit better than the people were in the midfield. But we also saw a few people getting jump starts. It almost caught me off, not going to lie, because Tharlo was the car to my right.
I think like 3 people got drive-through yesterday. It was mental.
It's Tharlo, I think, then jumped it, who was one position ahead of me. And I almost jumped, and I just literally managed to realise that he's still not quite gone. And I think
Tharlo went. I think Tharlo went, and then like 2 other cars fought.
Yeah, I think one was
started. I think one of them was. I don't know, to be honest. But anyway, yes, Matt, we are getting going then for the Tier 2 British Grand Prix. Who's going to win? We'll find out in 26 laps. Lights down, away we go. I was asking you, Matt, but that's fine. Great start there from Anton. He's already alongside of Reynolds into turn 1. Dilemma's going to use a bit of that overtake. It looks like it is dry here at the start of the Grand Prix, Matt. There was rain expected into the infield section now of the circuit, and Anton is on the pace as he comes through the whatever it is. A Reynolds, there's been a collision. That's a Reynolds and Anton. They're coming through, and now Artem Frolov's going to try and come through, and there's 3 wide there. That's been a collision there down there, and that's Taylor trying to get involved. Dilemma's down to P5. It's like 4 wide into the left field.
That's not going to go well.
It's 2 lines left field carnage. As well. Everyone's trying to get through here. Danny's on the soft compound tyres. Is there rain expected in this Grand Prix? Matt, carry on. What's going on? Danny's on the move here. He's in 7th. This is the king.
Compounds at the moment. Everyone's on tyres. Got Anton on the mediums. He's now leading the way. Elena on the hards, and Anton also on the mediums as well, trying to chase him down. There's a bit of kerfuffle. I think entry.
Matt, I don't think I've seen such a close lap 1.
Yeah, that was
ever in my life. What the fuck is going on?
Attached is literally nose to arse right now.
Talking about nose to arse. Here we fucking go. Fucking Darkin's on the move here, rounding outside of the McLaren of Danny. Danny's trying to get this move done. He can't get the move done, and now Danny's going defensive on LDF1 KO as they come through the Val chicane now, and Danny's losing places left, right, centre at his home Grand Prix. He is one of the only Brits in this lobby. Obviously, STB is the international league being pushed off the track by KO, and there's been a crash.
No, he's gone. He's left the session. He's just
okay.
There. Okay, yeah, he's just.
There, then. He's gone. He's out of the session.
And
there's been a collision.
That's KO.
I think the 2 Ferrari. No, or was that just KO?
I don't know. I just saw him spin before going into turn 3. I really don't know. I just saw him spin.
Maybe it was on his own then. I don't know.
Might have been the collision.
God, it is kicking off. It is kicking off. And Artem Frolov now is past Dilemma.
Pistem is using his opportunity to join the lobby here.
Go on,
Frolov. Seti is already picked up a 3-second time penalty.
Here we go. Side effects on the inside of the corner.
That could have been Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen.
That was beautiful stuff.
I was on board with side effects there.
Remember, this full traction is quite beneficial around this track, actually. You get good exits with a full traction. So this is one of the tracks where it could really help side effects. Here we go in the slipstream of...
Straight line speed he's got.
Yeah, because he doesn't actually need. He doesn't need traction. Do you get it? He doesn't need to worry about losing the back end. He's got full, so he can.
Oh,
and it's been a
and there's a
crash!
car! And it's Anton!
That's Anton, and he's spun across the track. Look at these ghosts. He's on the grass. That is a massive moment there for the Haas car. He's out of the British Grand Prix.
I wonder if it's changed tyres or retirement, but it just seems silly to retire.
I wouldn't really retire at this point in the Grand Prix. There's still an opportunity for safety cars, especially how action-packed the last the first 2 laps have been.
Aleno's lost the rear going through turn 3. He's in a me by over-rotating the car.
And Artem's right on the back of him. Artem is right in the shot now. Here we go. DRS. Artem Frolov back in the STB Racing League.
He backs off for now.
Good to have Frolov back, Matt.
Oh, he's been touched, and he's round!
No, it's not! No, it's not! He's just taken out a Renault. I can't believe it.
Can't do it. Nah, that's Artem's fault. You can't just nudge me like that mid-corner. You can't do that.
Out. And Side Effects has taken the lead! Oh my god!
He was like P6 one point, wasn't he? What the hell's
Side
that?
Effects is leading the British Grand Prix. I can't fucking believe it! What the fuck? Where's he come from?
He's supposed to P6 in the black one.
Where the fuck has Side Effects come from? Oh my god! Oh my god, that Side Effects is going to win this race. I can't believe it.
Artem's coming back at him. These guys on the mediums. Probably the best of the race tyre.
How the fuck did Side Effects? That's mad. He might be capitalised on the spin though between Artem and Arenas there. That's probably what it was.
Oh, you got King and Callum side by side. The King goes over the curb, over the sausage curb, has a bit of a bounce. And he drops down to P7. Now he's got Toby all on the back of him, considering Toby had
Callum's got a decent pace here, you know.
Yeah, I was expecting a bit more from Toby, not gonna lie. I was expecting a bit more from Toby.
As well. Darkin will always
Toby's got to be inside the King into turn 3 of the farm's corner. And there's a little bit of touchy-touchies as they come into the loop now.
I call this the infield section.
It is, well, you're not wrong there either, but as they come through Aintree, because it is infield, because it's in the field of the airport.
Well, it's in a farm, and it's talking about Danny's on the inside of Darkin here.
It's a form of bloody Air Force runway.
Absolutely, we'll have all the Air Force runways. Fucking hell. Especially when STB is concerned. Fucking hell, we'll have all the fucking races. Here we go, DJ Danny in the slipstream. I get excited.
All the back of him, and there's Darky's gone a little bit wide there. Cops right, just apex there.
Those softs are going to be very good, Matt. You've seen that from Placky yesterday in the race.
Yeah. I was surprised how long they could actually last, to be honest.
But Danny needs to get these moves done because he's in the championship battle. This could be his race to take the lead in the championship for the first time ever in his STB career. And this is a legit championship battle for Danny here, so he needs to drive like it's a championship battle. Do you get what I mean?
Dan Emma's having a look on. So as Darkin's been had, I don't know if he got hit by Danny or whether he just lost the rear himself into the Vale chicane.
Got the back end, and Danny's gonna.
Danny's
gonna be on him now.
Maybe we'll knock up the rear brake bars a little bit. Maybe
this race is
a little bit too low. Oh, he's lost again. And he goes down the inside into the loop of turn 4.
Yeah, you want to wait. Danny wants to wait for the DRS. Really.
Yeah, he tries to do wide as Christopher.
Don't make any stupid moves because your rival is about 7 tenths behind you. Don't make any stupid moves.
Down the Wellington straight into Brooklands. There you go.
That's what it's called, Brooklands. And then the next one is Luffield, right? This is Luffield.
And then it comes the Woodcote down the old pitch straight.
Okay.
So now they've come back into Cops. Effects still behind R10 for now, keeping him company. And when these guys are pit, and as they're coming to the Magnus Beckers Arena, got a penalty. Fortunately, very far back. Into Chapel they go. Very unsettled corner. It says can catch people off. I saw Spenny in front of me yesterday.
Well, he won't catch outside effects because he's on full traction. He's just going to gain the time down the straight now.
Yeah, down the hanger straight.
The full traction's good, Matt, but it will slow side effects down in certain corners. So that it's not ideal for him, to be honest.
Into the Vale chicane and go.
Oh, side by side, Callum versus Toby. This is crucial for Danny's championship that Callum could try and keep Toby behind here.
Out of club corner, down the Hamilton straight. King is now up the inside of Toby as Toby uses some battery to try and get ahead, but he's already low on battery. It can't manage DRS very well.
Is it going to rain in this race? Did someone say?
It does. People keep saying that, but it's getting cloudy. But the fact that we've had a mixture of tyre compounds doesn't say doesn't really answer that question, to be honest. Whether some people are going to go for 2 stops of the rain, if there is going to be rain, or whether it's going to be people going straight to the hards and try and stretch it. So if we see Danny and Callum going for another set of softs, or maybe an early on to set of mediums, maybe we might expect some rain. We'll see. So Dynamo's keeping the back touch of our term side effects.
But it does look like it does look like though, Matt.
It has got cloudy.
It's getting cloudy, yes, and Danny's kind of losing his pace.
Yeah,
he's got
these
6 tenths
soft
now.
tyres are going to start to fall off now a little bit. They're just losing that better grip they have. They kind of drop off a little bit. They'll still be all right. They just won't have that peak performance. They're just starting to wear out a bit too quickly compared to the rest of the tyres. That's probably the soft problem we had after the second safety car yesterday. Just those softs just did not have the pace. They're already 10% more worn than the rest of the cars around them. I think after the second safety car, my tyres were like 33%, and Piston said his hards were 22%. So you naturally have that disadvantage, and that's what Callum's going through now. He's now still under fire from Toby on those hards, which I'm sure is the better tyre now. As for Setti's picked up the time penalty through to 1, I can only assume. Into turn 3 again, nothing really happening. As maybe side effects having a little bit of a swiggle out of the loop there. Out of entry, DRS enabled, but Artem is coming at him. He's right, the DRS.
Artem?
Dilemma, sorry, I'm with one car. He's pushed off the circuit slightly, and side effects has to back out.
That was aggressive there from the Red Bull. I think side effects does like this track though, so he will be happy with. He's been involved in midfield battles so far this season, mate. It's not really been a season where side effects has been up the front, so I think he'll be happy to be P3 at the minute. He's obviously racing with faster driver.
Season.
He's racing with Dilemma and Artem, who are both in the past evenly competitive in Tier 1. So this is good for side effects at the moment. And Danny's right on the back now of Darkin, 2 tenths the gap.
Yeah. He's going up the move. He's trying to make it up the inside of Stoke. Clips the grass.
Dilemma.
Yeah, he tried it, but nothing really came to.
If side effects can just keep patient here, Matt, this could actually work out for the Alpine here, because Artem's been very aggressive so far in this Grand Prix.
And these mediums will get a bit of an undercut. But like I said, the tyre wear isn't too bad around the circuit. Despite being Silverstone, you can pit early off those hards and onto the mediums if you want to.
Side effects, Matt has an amazing turn 1. It's that traction. There's no sort of losing the back end when the tyres are wearing out or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't think the traction control should really kick in around that sort of corner though. It shouldn't really do.
And there's some action there.
Danny and Darkin. And Danny's lost 2 places as well.
Right, what's going on here then?
And there's Mercedes going slow. It's Darkin. He's gone very slow. Let Danny through there. Not sure what's happening there.
What's going on here? Danny's now lost position to Toby. What's going on?
Yeah,
what's he doing?
I don't know. Darkin just let Danny through. He's going
What's he doing? What's going on? Danny's now lost position to Toby.
Probably his tyres are probably just going off.
I don't know.
No,
Dilemma!
It's going to be close. Luckily, the Alpha Tauri was the one that had.
Keep it steady, side effects. Keep it steady. Don't make any stupid moves. Here we go then. DRS for IOT's Dilemma.
As well.
Here we go down that hanger straight.
Callum's going to go inside the side effects here. Up inside he goes. I think Callum shut himself slightly, not trying to hit the car in front. And side effects coming back into he backs out of it into the Vale chicane. Through club corner they go.
Okay, Callum.
Looks like his soft tyres are still working.
Callum in P3, the British Grand Prix. This is also his home race. This is Side Effects' home race.
This is good.
Danny's home race. So yeah, they've got 3 Brits here in the top 6. Okay, that's given.
Yep, we've got 3 different tyre compounds in the top 3.
Yeah, that's given.
So it's definitely showing regardless what tyre you're on, it doesn't seem to make much difference in terms of lap one. It's just that close. It doesn't matter what tyre you're on, as long as you're in DRS and you can keep your position.
Yeah.
It's all dandy, isn't it?
That's the great stuff about Tier 2. There might only be 12 drivers racing, but it's been a great race so far. Probably one of the best races so far, I'd say, for Battles, Matt. It's been action pretty much every single lap. So,
yeah,
that's
it's just about how close it is.
I was saying that as well, Matt, I was saying that to Callum and Comms yesterday. It's very pleasant going from Monaco to a track like Britain. It's very pleasant.
I'd rather do Monaco. I can't lie.
Well, me too.
Drive at Monaco.
Me too, because I won. But that's not the point. The point is obviously there's more overtaking opportunities around the track.
I actually enjoy racing in Monaco.
I love racing around Monaco, especially when everyone battles behind me and I get the win. So it's banging. Got me back in the championship battle as well. That's given.
King. I swear that's his second penalty. Oh, not his first.
Right, Callum's sending that DRS. I would have thought those tyres would have dropped off.
Yeah,
like
Possessi and King are both on 2 penalties already.
I think he's going to try and catch up. But Possessi is actually on this train at the moment. He's on the back of the train.
Well, those 6 seconds haven't got him anywhere, has it? So now, Toby's in the back of sound effects, still nothing doing here. No move from Artem either. Expect the softs to start to struggle a bit more now, soon. It is getting very cloudy.
It is cloudy, isn't it?
But whether there is rain, I don't know. Whether these soft runners are going to try and stick it out or not. Or whether they're going to stick up for a set of softs. Artem's getting closer here. He has to, lifts off going into Magnus Beckett's, but he's going to get a lot of dirty air, and you can see how much time he loses. He doesn't. Yeah, it's one of those situations where you've got to take a different line to the car ahead. Look at the straight line speed Artem's got. Look at the straight line speed he's got, and Dilemma's using his battery as well. Artem's not. Dilemma's using his battery, and he's still flew past. But I think Artem's also maybe.
Is Dilemma going to try to come back at him?
Artem's going to go defensive
on the inside. I think it is raining. It's starting to rain.
It is raining. It is raining.
It's
this
raining
is exactly what
this
is Sandvax and Toby going side by side. This is exactly what the softs need right now. These soft runners are going to hope it gets wetter in the space of these next 2 laps. Because 13 laps on a set of softs is pushing it. I mean, I did 12 laps on a set of hards. And inside goes Toby. He doesn't get turned into this time. Side effects gives him the space. Because he is a full car length alongside. And Toby's got the traction. This time Toby doesn't turn it into side effects. And gets the move done. Uses more battery to keep ahead there. But the rain is coming down. So, yeah. I think these soft runners have nailed it here.
It's going to be about picking the right times, mate. You have to pick the right times to pit. And now Toby is all over the back of Callum here. Callum's had a bad lap.
And Toby's using a lot of battery, considering he's not really going to get anything from that. He's just trying to keep close as Artem goes very wide. Cops is one of the corners where you can go wide and get away with it.
Yeah, if you go like really wide, it doesn't register as the track gets down.
Then again, as long as you're not gaining time, I guess it's okay. Can I see a car go wide there? Chapel, or is it just me? It might be just me.
I don't know what Chapel is, to be honest.
it's the right-hander after the Megas and Beckett's.
Oh, okay. But no one's in yet, as expected.
It's either that or it's a left-hander. I can never get mixed up.
I don't even know what I didn't even know.
It's either the right-hander after Megas and Beckett's or it's the left-hander going onto the hanger straight. Because Maggots is plural and Beckett's is plural, but there's 4 corners there, plus 5 corners there.
I know Stowe is the corner after the hanging straight. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm not that stupid, man. I think I know that corner.
Yeah. Most people don't know this is the loop here. This hairpin. An Aintree. This is the left kink here, where famously people had a lot of punctures back in F1 2013. Back in obviously in the IRL. Very controversial curve it was.
I think, mate. Well, 2013. That was a beautiful game. That was. So a game for the STB Racing League. That was beautiful stuff. But Dilemma, talking about beautiful stuff, is right on the chuff now of Artem Callum P3 map. So sorry I'm not talking as much. It's my my mouth. It's been doing up a madness. Without context, people will think what I'm talking about is mental. People think I've done something mental.
Yeah, and Callum is still keep up here. Danny's struggling to keep up with these guys now.
Oh, Artem down the straight. Here we fucking go once again. They don't want to battle too hard because we have got the pit lane coming up soon. Is anyone going to dive into the pit lane for a set of intermediates?
Still too early, I think. Oh,
Callum's in.
Yeah,
he has to do that. Really, he's on the sauce. He has to do that to be on here.
It might be too wet by the time he comes to the next lap, and he might have just lost some time.
Danny and Callum.
Well. Yeah, it makes sense.
Obviously, this is Matt, this is obviously the track that allows you the most time in the pit lane. So this has got to be a crucial time to pit. And what the fuck is Callum doing?
So mediums.
Why are they go? What are they doing? Right. What the fuck are they doing?
They've either forgot to change their tyres.
They've just fucked their race.
Or they've had the glitch that I had in Monaco.
Or
but the fact it happened to both of them on the same lap, on the same pit stop, is a bit strange.
Well, they might be going for mediums. It might not even. It might just be raining for 5 minutes. Who knows?
Yeah, I was going to say the other thing is it might be raining for like 5 minutes and then stop raining again. That's the other thing I can think of. Maybe that is the case.
I don't know.
But the thing is, King's gone an intermediate zone. He was hard.
Having said that, King's on Inter, so I don't even know what's going on, to be honest. But we'll see how it folds out, Matt. It's not over yet.
Yeah, but just break up this battle though. Artem has dropped off the back of Dilemma here. Toby then flies through. Toby has slashed his way into second place after the pit stops. This is a really low on ERS here. Still no overtakes for these guys yet. Toby's got to be careful he doesn't get double stacked behind Dilemma. They're both on the same strategy as well, so they can't really use the different strategies and the excuse to try and pit on a different lap. So Toby's either got to pit now and hope Dilemma doesn't pit, or he's got to stay out when Dilemma pits. So it's going to be crucial for Toby to not get backed up by his teammates. Oh, Cyphex is now trying to go side by side with Artem. Artem has really dropped off these last few laps. He's really struggling. His mediums are maybe just starting to fall off a little bit now, but he seems to be suffering the most because Toby's just got right back in behind Dilemma here. Artem has just lost all his pace. He's now getting mugged by side effects. There's a little bit of contact there. I think there's a little bit of payback from last time.
On the outside.
Yeah, just isn't going to quite work this time. He's going to hang it around the outside there. Neither of them got much battery to play with. Artem just had a little bit of overtake. Side effects is going to have to hold back for now, but it's Artem's pace is really holding everyone up right now. Artem's pace has just disappeared.
I don't know what is going on with Artem. Toby's coming through, Matt. Toby's on the back of Dilemma.
Where is his pace? I did say Toby got pace, but bloody hell, he's caught up to him quickly here. Yeah, flags. It's Aston Martin. That's King. That's the one that's going to be around. Toby pits. Again, it looks like it's been 3 laps of rain now, and it still doesn't look wet. And meanwhile, you can go to I've had other races where it starts raining for half lap, and it soaks by the time you get to sector 1.
Yeah.
So it's strange. It's just yeah, I don't know.
Toby is actually on a set of mediums, so he hasn't gone on to intermediates.
Yeah, maybe it's just a short spell of rain, a very light short spell of rain. Didn't we have a race once? I think it's a race I ended up missing around Britain, where it was raining all race, but it was slicks all race. I think it was a couple of years ago.
I remember, yeah, I remember exactly what race you're talking about. I got PTSD now.
That's why I remember. I didn't do that. Race.
Yeah, and I was in the com box. I remember. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
To be honest, this happened before. I did a 5 lap around Japan. It looked soaked, but it was slick tyres. I was like, "Oh, right, okay." That was the race I found those two drivers from was it Spain or something?
And this is the King. He's actually going onto a set of mediums. He's got rid of the intermediates.
He's obviously seen that this rain is not getting any harder. It's not going to be out for long. So he has ruined his own race, unfortunately. he's obviously thought he's done the right thing. He probably thought it was the right thing. You know, we might have thought it was the right thing at the time, but like I said, we don't have the information that everyone
But
else does.
it might be the right thing soon, because the track might get absolutely soaked in the next lap or so, and then he's fucked it.
Yeah, but I would have thought it'd been soaked by now. It's been four laps now since the rain started. Kaio's not in. These medium runners, I think, have been trying to stretch these tyres longer. But these guys have gone softs, actually. It is a set of softs. So 10 laps on the softs to the end. Should get him nicely to the end of this race.
Kaio's in the pit now. Kaio's on the set of softs. What are they doing?
I just mentioned that. What
are they doing?
What he's doing?
This is mental to me, because when it's like this, it usually is intermediate.
Like I said, it's been raining for 4 laps now, and there's still no sign of dryness. It's not. It's going to be about 5 laps now. I think it started raining. I think it was the start of lap 12. So we've had 4 or 5 laps now of rain, and it's still not dry. It's still not wet enough.
This is dry.
So, yeah. So exactly. So and the soft tyres can do. Well, we're seeing people do 12 laps before on a set of softs. So he's clearly going to go to the end. I'm assuming side effects and R10. Fassetti are all going to come in at the end of this lap. It just makes sense. Dilemma maybe pit himself. Whether he's going to go onto the softs or the mediums is something we do not yet know. Maybe you want to go cautious and go for some mediums. Go another lap. Side effects stays out. Why are they still staying out? Artem is coming in. He's done the right choice, I think. Getting the pits up the way. He's going to get a massive undercut here. Undercut can be very powerful around here.
The track is getting... I don't even know if it's wet or not. This is really bizarre to me.
I know it normally starts to get wet because you start to see the spots on the ground.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
But I've not seen that yet, and it's been 5 laps.
I haven't seen it either. That's what I'm talking about. And Artemi's going on a set of softs. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Could this just be another situation, Matt, where it's raining for us, but not raining for them?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
it's mental. This is crazy.
Maybe it's that rain what people like to call wet rain.
Wet rain.
It doesn't actually make it get rain, but it's like really fine rain. It makes you, but it's not like heavy enough to make it wet, but it kind of still makes it like really lots of fine rain. I don't know.
Right. Well, without context, that sentence is mental, Matt. That is crazy.
It's that very fine rain. Which you get a lot of it, but it doesn't actually really like make the ground wet. It doesn't really wet the track.
Oh yeah, it doesn't really wet it. Right. Okay. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Welcome, guys, to the Innuendo Grand Prix. Matt is just chatting loads of shit about being wet, so we'll just leave him to be for a bit.
Different types of rain and how it explains how it doesn't make it. It doesn't make the track wet enough.
Yeah, I bet you are. And Dilemma's
that was a 5-second time penalty. Yep. Yeah, that's his race. It went out the window. It's the worst way of doing it. You've done all of that, and then you've killed it because you can't brake for the... You think when you're winning and you're in that position, you think, I might brake a little bit earlier just to make sure I don't get this 5-second time penalty. And you know it's a 37 speed or 60 kilometres now, and you think, I'll brake in a bit earlier. Dano's gone for hard to soft, which is theoretically naturally is the slower strategy. And look how far they're behind the medium runners who pitted early. They've got a lot of time to gain up. But these soft tyres should work pretty well in these greasy conditions.
Definitely.
There's Artem and Dilemma side by side. Dilemma at one point was about 2 seconds ahead of Artem. Now they're right up next to each other. Artem is now behind. With a 5-second time penalty.
Here we go, Dilemma, overtake mode.
Yeah. I think Artem's used both of his.
Right, Danny needs to think about overtaking Toby. This is crucial for his championship.
Yeah. He's going to be careful because he's got soft runners now behind, about 9 or 6 seconds behind him.
I think Danny would want, though, the rain to fall a bit more because he's good in the wet conditions in terms of when he gets on intermediates and full wet tyres.
Yeah, but normally the soft tyres tend to work the best in the wetter condition when it gets wetter. Just the game's always been like that. The soft tyres just seem to work better. So I don't necessarily that's going to be the case.
Yeah, well that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. makes more sense than the mediums.
More penalties.
Yeah, more penalties being given out by race
Darkins
control.
in the pits.
Darkins in the pit lane. He might have fucked this, you know.
Yeah, it's a really late start. We should have pitted about 2-3 laps ago. If not at least the last lap. It's just just hanging yourself up to dry. Yes, you're going to get a late start, but you're just going to get so undercutted, and then you're going to have to make their positions up on track. As Danny gets past Darkin. No, sorry, I thought I was going to make a move in Toby there. So
No, the gap's
I thought the cars go close. I think it's...
Talking about overtaking, Dilemma's trying to overtake KO here.
Yep. He's got the move done. He's caught that quickly. He's got 2 lap fresher tyres then compared to Kayo.
Dilemma's got a lot of work to do.
Danny's 4 seconds.
He's got a 5-second penalty, and he's got 4 seconds to gain on Danny, and 2.3 to gain. But obviously, all these drivers are on worn mediums, so this might be good for Dilemma.
Yeah, I think Dilemma will probably catch Danny. I'd say probably at the end of lap 20, because he's just caught up 6/10s in the space of like 2 corners. Or maybe at the start of lap 21, and then it will give him 5 laps to overtake Danny, and then it'll be Toby is only 3 seconds of road from him.
But then it's going to be, is he going to be able to gain 5 seconds in order to still win this Grand Prix?
I think that's pushing it. I mean, he has gained another second. Kayo is keeping him company for now. Dragging Kayo and Artem along. Gap's now down to 2.1. Just gained another 10th, another 3 tenths through there. 4 tenths, 5 tenths through there. Danny's had a shocking last sector. That gap's just gone down half a second in that last sector.
And the track is starting to get wet.
It is starting to get a little bit wet now. You can start to see those spots. It doesn't mean it's wet yet, but it just means it is starting to get wet. About time. This is going to make it a bit spicy.
And
still too early for intermediates. Still too early for intermediates. But if you're going to make a fit for intermediates, you've got to do it probably in the next lap or so. But I just don't think you're going to get wet enough quickly enough. Yeah, but then you're going to gain that time back because you lose a lot of time in the pit lane on this track. If it was, let's say, I know, Canada, where it has quite a short pit lane,
yeah,
it would probably work. But when you lose like 25 seconds around here, it's probably just not worth it.
Maybe like, I don't know, Saudi Arabia or something like that, like a short pit lane.
Yeah.
Toby then down the straight, DRS. And it's free. Toby takes the lead of the British Grand Prix.
Yeah,
I mean,
Dilemma's got past Danny. And now Artem and Kayo are side by side. Artem's got the inside, a little bit of contact. Anton, despite having a good qualifying, has decided to drive worse than me.
Dilemma's through on Danny. Next up is Callum and Toby.
Yep, so he's got 5 seconds whether he can catch that gap up before the end of this race. It depends how the track conditions go. Still just a bit greasy. Still not ready for intermediates yet at all. Like I say, we've got to treat this game, you know, when it just starts to look wet, that's when it thinks it's about intermediates. So not quite there yet. Danny now under fire from the Russian, Artem.
Maybe not say that in a sentence.
Not in this,
maybe not say that in a sentence, Matt. That was pretty mad.
That's right now.
Artem Frolov into P4. He's had a good return here. Been a bit aggressive.
Yeah.
Probably will get a pen for that collision with Arenas, but
yeah,
he's been decent. You know, he's had it good. It's been good. But look, the track is starting to get wet now.
Yeah, he's like I said, he did have a bit of a weak point when it just started to rain. So yeah, it's starting to look a bit wet now. It's definitely starting to look a little bit greasy. It's not quite as wet as it was at the end of qualifying. It's definitely getting close to that. Can't take it seriously, can I? But yeah, I think it's going to be enough. It does flaps. There's Kayo and Danny now side by side. Danny's going to have the inside line. He's going to chop Kaio's line off and keep the position for now. Danny's struggling on those tyres. Dano hasn't really caught up to Callum. I think those softs have just lost their magic grip.
Their mojo.
Yeah, they get to that point where they just get over 20% tyre wear and then they just kind of settle into like a more of a steady, slower sort of point of their life.
Yeah, Callum.
A little linger for it.
You know what? Callum's had a good race here, you know.
Yeah, he's had some poor results lately, hasn't
he? Yeah.
I think he retired in Monaco, I believe, very early on. As that's mine, that's round. That'll be the king. Well, clearly he is not the king, and he's just been knocked off his throne.
Yeah, not really driving like a king, is he? Oh, this is mental to me. You can see puddles now forming.
Yeah, it's just getting to the point. I think it is about the crossover point now. I say that Toby's using 4th through Chapel, and it's normally a 5th or 6th gear corner. So it's not as fast as it was before. Let's see what the lap times are doing now. Because if they're not in the... What's the lap times they normally do at Britain? I can't even remember, to be honest.
32s maybe.
It's going to be about 30, it's going to be 33. Yeah. I can't remember what lap times you do at Britain, to be honest. It's just erasing my memory. But yeah, they're doing low to mid 20s.
Danny's dropped now to P6.
Yeah. The fastest
lap this isn't good.
The Toby was doing doing 31s, and ever since it's been raining heavier, his lap times have dropped by about 5 seconds. So about 4 or 5 seconds after it should be doing right now. So it's definitely getting wetter. Getting there. Doesn't mean it is intermediate, but I think we are getting close. It's just the track's just losing its grip, but I still don't think it's quite intermediate yet. And well, to be honest, if you hit now, it's just it's too late now. I think to be intermediate, you're just gonna have to.
Sorry, Matt. Darkin's on the inside of Forsetti here, and he gets the move done.
It's not fully completed yet, as Forsetti's going to look for a switchback, maybe. Nah, he's hasn't got the grip. Saying that, they're very similar tyre and similar tyre length and age.
Callum's got a hope, Matt. Sorry, Callum's got a hope that the PRS is not disabled.
Yeah, he's hanging on to Toby for dear life at the moment.
Literally dear life.
I did say Toby had good pace yesterday. And yes, I don't think he was quite able to show it. It looks like it was very, very tight, and you get caught in incidents where it just get caught in stuff you just don't want to beat, and you just enable. Oh, somebody just step into pit lane. I think it's that was it was Anton. It was in the group. I saw a car going behind him.
Daddy's in.
And I saw no, can't be. It's too early. It's too late now. Unless it's. Can they gain all that time back in the space of 3 laps? Are you really going to gain 25 seconds in 3 laps? That is the question. That is the question.
Nancy's in as well.
Are you? It's intermediates. I just don't think you're going to catch them though.
Intermediates planning. Is this going to be, Matt, the incredible call of the century, or is Danny potentially lost 25 points?
He might get Elena, but I think that's probably so that's all he's going to get. He won't get any further than that. I think he'll get P9 Max as Darkin's having a bit of a hairy moment through Brooklands. As Danny has already made mincemeat of King, as King repeats to spin again. I know it wasn't King, sorry, that was Anton.
Anton's
retired. He's retired. Taking the King here, span that stow again. I think he. I don't think he's going to get a point either unless somebody retires. People sort of linger on these slicks. Still doesn't look too bad. These slicks don't look like they're struggling, yeah, a bit slow. But not exactly as Darkin's having. Not a very fun time in these conditions.
Yeah, Callum's dropped off now. Now that the track's got a little bit wet, Callum's now dropped off. He doesn't like the wet conditions.
But Dynamics catch up, but he's barely caught up the last 3 laps. And it's just not. He's got the 5-second time penalty, but he has got 4.8 seconds to Kaio. That is crucial. Dynamic can probably keep his podium here if he can get another 2.5 tenths.
Yeah, Matt. Danny is not.
He's not gaining the time, is he? He's not gaining the time he needs. It's 13 seconds, and that's to Elena, and Elena's still got another 10 seconds ahead of him. So he's not going to catch up in time. He's got 2 laps. That's Passetti's round at turn 2, so he's obviously lost it on the track at some point. So he's obviously lost the rear. Obviously his conditions are it's causing issues for these drivers.
Yeah, but it's not causing
enough issues.
Enough for Danny to be able to catch 20 seconds. So
yeah, it's just not going to happen. Like I say,
he's
yeah,
going to be disappointed. He's going to be disappointed in this Grand Prix.
That's why I said it's not worth it, especially around Silverstone where the pit lane is just too long.
Unless the rain, like literally, just there's a massive downpour on the final lap. I can't see.
It's been the same rain for the last 10 laps.
Danny is obviously catching, but he's not catching, the 5 seconds or so a lap he needs to. So yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, we'll learn from this and then hopefully bounce back after the Christmas break. We do go to the Netherlands, Matt. We return to Zandvoort.
Yeah,
you said in the chat. You said in the chat that it's better than Silverstone. I mean,
it is.
I
can actually set lap times around there.
I don't mind Zandvoort, to be fair. I don't mind it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
It seems to prefer higher downforce circuits. Just seem to be a little more of a dig for me.
We will see. We will see.
I'm having a bit of a sketchy moment, but that gap is now 5.2 to behind Dilemma. So Dilemma has got that podium in his grasp on one hand now. Saying that, it's just dropped down to 4.7, but I think, yeah, he's just lost a lot of time next to there, so I think Dilemma KO had a bit of a different line maybe he took through there. That gets that down to 4.9. Instead of 2.9, it's 4.9. I've had plenty of 2.9 moments of the seconds. Danny's still 10 seconds off Arena.
That's mental. What he's actually fucked his championship doing this.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's just I have said before to us, I say it's not worth betting with like 3 laps to go.
I say it was like
unless
they wouldn't have actually lost that many.
Then yeah, but it's like you're still in the crossover periods. There's not enough pace difference between the tyres. Anyway, Toby, he's come out of this race, and he's shown that he has got great pace around it. He did show that yesterday as his rear left tyre locks up going into that corner. Coming around the Vale and Club section, Maldi, to win the British Grand Prix. Does the German driver. He wins at Silverstone. Callum will pick up a solid P2. I think he'll be very pleased with that result. Dilemma, I think he might just about get his podium here. What, 5.1?
No, he won't.
Gains a 10th. He gains a 10th through the club set corner. Dilemma, he lost 4 tenths a second in the space of that last corner. Dilemma had a shocking last sector. Artem will pick up P5, Dark in P6. Soundeffects get P7 in the end, despite being fighting for the lead at one point. Elena, yeah, after that instant he got involved. I think it was Artem. I think he got hit by, drops him down to P8 in the end. Yeah, but it's a very challenging race for especially in conditions like these.
DJ Danny 9th. I mean, not really ideal, is it? But yeah, let's see what the podium has to offer then at the British Grand Prix. One of the more important podiums in your F1 career, I'm sure that everyone would want to get a podium. And you can see the Brazilian flag on there as well. That's really giving what it needs to be given on the podium now. But yeah, Matt, that is the British Grand Prix. Live from Silverstone, round 7 of Tier 2. We'll get the thoughts from Callum, considering that KO is Brazilian, so his English is good as mine.
Toby is on PC.
KO's English is good as my German, and Toby's on PC. So we'll speak to Callum. But it is Toby then that takes the win. Very, very important for him. He'll gain 24 points over Danny in the championship, so it's all to play for in the final 5 rounds of the season. Second is Callum. We'll hear from him in a moment. Third is KO. Fourth is Dilemma. Fifth, Artem on his return to the league. solid drive from the Russian. 6th, Darkin. 7th, side effects first lap of the Grand Prix as well. That's given. 8th, Arenas. 9th, Danny. 10th, Fortetti. And only 3 DNFs. Those were This is the King, Anton, and Keira. Callum, if you want to include your audio. I mean, P2, you was complaining last week about how you've struggled to be in Tier 2 with all the collisions, and you come to Britain and absolutely smoke the field, P2. It could have been a P1, but obviously the rain probably caused problems. Yeah, but take through your race, you started P10 on Sauce, which was definitely the right call, it seems. In getting
definitely. Well, I just had a really good race. To be honest, I'm happy to not DNF. Obviously, I actually it's not DNF really, considering my last race was in Tier 2. But yeah, I could have a bit more pace if it wasn't raining. But I don't like the rain on this game. But Toby was really quick, and he did have fresher tyres, which also probably contributed to it. But I got a good undercut, and I was able to get a massive gap to the rest of the field, and it was quite an easy P2, to be honest.
Okay, Callum, well, what a way to end, and your Tier 2 racing before Christmas. What can we expect from you at Netherlands? Is that a track that you enjoy, or is it a track that you don't really like?
Actually, no, I quite like Stanford. I've got a good pace run there, and hopefully I'll get another top 5 finish, and continue the good results in Tier 2.
Touch word. Thank you, Callum. Thank you, Matt, for joining me in the comment box. That is your Tier 2 done for 2023. I apologise that my comms wasn't as full energy as usual. I will be putting some Bonjela in my mouth in the next 5 minutes. So it's going to be absolute carnage in my mouth. It's going to be madness. That sentence without context is mental. But yes, you can join Callum and Matt tomorrow, everyone, for the Season 22 combined champion, the Season 22 Constructors Champion, and the Season 22 Tier 3 Champion on the circuit, and the best league owner in the F1 community. Let's not forget that. We'll see you tomorrow for the Tier 3 British Grand Prix. We'll see you then.